Hey everybody, I'm Robert. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Nürburgring. Today I've got TJ Morley Racing, Tim Morley. I've got all kinds of nicknames for this guy.
Pick one.
Pick one, anyone. No, but I'm down here with Tim today because Tim's going to take me on a taxi lap, actually.
I am, yeah.
You guys know that Tim started with me back in 2017. I caught him on the side of the road one day with a broken down 3 Series E36, and he actually came to the Nürburgring, was coming for a track day, blew up his motor, and over the weekend in a country where he couldn't speak the language, got a new motor sourced and everything like that.
That was quite an adventure. We still talk about that back home.
Yeah. And that was really the start of us working together. Started out at Apex doing mechanic, answering tickets, instructions, just helping out with anything and everything that needed to happen. Yeah. We knew that once we got a taxi license, we were going to bring him into the taxi program. Weren't quite old enough, so we had some drama with the Nürburgring and the other taxi offices, right?
We did.
So we had some fun German days, let's just put it that way. But yeah, so we eventually worked through the 600 LT, the 720S, F80, M3, all these different cars up to the GT2, which I've kind of taken over now, and I'm having a little bit of fun with, and I'm getting used to. And the reason I don't know it so well is because Tim's been basically hogging it the last year and a half.
I was going to say, I don't think I've actually ever seen you on track in this car. I've seen you like drive in and like around, but I don't think I've actually seen you on the track.
Exactly.
Because I'm always the one.
So hopefully that'll change this year. We'll see what happens. But how many laps would you say you did in this car?
I'd say over the 2 years, probably about 1,300.
1,300,
Obviously, you know, last year was less than we expected, but if you combined, probably about 1,300.
And I'd say I'm probably at about maybe 30. And those 30, a lot of them are just cruising, having fun, just taking my kids out, things like that. So I've got a lot to learn because I'm so used to driving different cars, and I think this is where the weight is and everything for me. I'm getting my head around it.
Yeah,
you know
it does take a little while. I think once you've got that, you know, dialed in, you can swap between the different models easy.
Yeah, you just got to get used to this the first time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. It's that pendulum effect on the brakes and stuff.
So you've got some new rides now.
Yeah.
What'd you drive today so far?
So today I'm in the GT3RS.
The GT3RS right here?
Generation 1. So this one's, probably seen this one on track quite a lot. It's done quite a lot of kilometers.
Yeah, we've all seen this car on track a lot, and one thing I've always said about it is I love how it sounds.
Yeah, the sound is just
sound
unreal.
Yeah.
When you get up towards that red line, it's just under 9,000 RPM. It's just it just sings.
For those of you that don't know, the GT2 is a deep growling. It's like it's brute force. It sounds like brute force, and this is high strung out 9,000 RPM. Screaming at you, and those are the differences, and you drive them that way too. I think you use more of the torque and brute force of this, and you use more of that strung out power in this.
Exactly, like, you know, when you're going through traffic and you've got those sort of situations, the GT2 has that power to pull you through, and you can use the torque to keep your momentum going. The 3RS, if you lose your momentum, you have to really, you know, you have to keep the revs high.
Now these are the sounds of TF. This is awesome, isn't it?
It's nice to have it back. I'm sure come September we'll be complaining about
over all these idiots. But no, this is back to business, right?
That's
cool.
But yeah, so with GT3 you've got to keep the momentum up, keep it going, keep the revs up high. Obviously that gives you yourself and the passenger another sensation, because you feel like you're getting everything out of the engine all the time. Which is sometimes not what you got with this, because you were utilising the torque lower down.
And I notice that a lot with the McLarens. I string them out more than you need to string this out. The McLaren, even though they're turbo motors, you feel like you want to wind them out. It's
and they reward you to as well. Like the more you get better throttle response and all that sort of stuff up there.
Exactly.
Whereas this one you drive it in a different way.
Well, let's get in this. Show me what this is all about. And when we're driving to the track, you can tell me about the 992 turbo.
Yeah. It's
cool.
A lot of fun this morning.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so here we are. We're getting ready to head down onto the track. Tim had just asked me what my last experience was in a GT3RS, and it was when I had the yellow one. Was it racing yellow is what they call it, or speed yellow?
Something like that,
which was an amazing sounding car and a beautiful car. I just never came to really good terms with it, I guess. But yeah, so that was the last time I was in one. I'd driven a couple other ones prior to that. Mark 1 and a Mark 2. Had a lot of fun with them and have always been a fan of the motor. One of the things I've always said is that I think that this motor might actually be more exciting than even the Speciale. The Speciale was obviously a good motor, but this really just has a nice tight sound to it. We're going to go ahead and jump out and see what this thing can do. And for those of you who are wondering, this is going to be a part of the Apex Taxi program now, so you can actually book it on the Apex website under the taxis. It's available during every TF session, and Tim will be at Apex when he's not on the track, able to pick you guys up and take you out for some laps. So let's see what we can do.
You ready?
Yes, sir. I figured. Sounded like them.
Yeah. From last year as well, so they're pretty hard.
No, but the sound's amazing, isn't
Sounds
it?
just unreal.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of that sound.
It's funny because there's no doubt that this isn't as fast as the GT2.
Yeah.
But the simple emotion, you know?
Yeah, it makes it feel just as quick.
That's exactly it. And that's what I talk about a lot of times is that for me, when I love jumping in the 620R, it's not the fastest car.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the fastest car on the track, but it's one of the most emotional, you know, and the feedback and the feel of it.
Exactly.
And this thing right here, I love the sound of it.
This gives, you know, that engine gives this car the character that it needs. Without the engine, it would be numb.
Yeah, without that, it'd be boring, huh?
There's the oil up.
Yeah.
Seal down there.
Also, we got all the photographers out for racetracker.de.
It's nice to see them. Just see how it is at the top with the Marshall, and then yeah, good to go.
Alright, back at it. Always wait for the next Marshall or the next blinking light to be clear before you take off. You don't want to go jumping out there right away, because somebody could have slid in that oil back there. This thing's quite playful, I like it. Don't forget to slow down here, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
So we do always follow the rules here, especially when we're posting a video.
Especially when posting a video.
But yeah, this is right here to the right. This is an entrance and an exit. We don't want to be flying through here with emergency vehicles trying to get on. I've seen very near misses coming through there. We need to be very careful of that.
Whoa, what's it?
I'm gonna get out of the way.
I appreciate he's looking in his mirrors, to be fair. Again, here, look at that.
We're getting all the yellow flags, huh? Yeah, I sure hope it's not the same guy.
It's
This is coolant here, no?
yeah. It's shakedown day, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Misha's shaking down the ring tractor today. So nothing major, no contact. We just have some. We just have a technical defect here. No big deal. But he did put coolant down, and I don't know if you guys saw that on the track. That's something you really need to keep an eye out for because that's very slippery.
So again, we'll just wait until we see the lights, and then.
Yep, we'll see it right at T13.
Steilstrecke.
Yeah, T13. Yep.
It's been a while.
Could be a while. That really hard turn with. All right, here we are from T13 up to Pflanzgarten. So this is the Steilstrecke. We're coming into the carousel. It's funny because the suspension's obviously a little bit softer than with the GT2.
Yeah.
And I personally like that. You know, you move around a little bit.
It
you
has
feel
character.
It. Yeah.
It has character.
Yep. It's fun. A lot of fun. Now you were out today in the in the 992 Turbo.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on that?
So it's the first time I've driven a 992. And it's the first time I've also driven a turbo.
Okay.
But honestly, I was blown away at how competent and just relaxing, but unbelievably effective that it is. Like, it is, in my opinion, like one of the most, how to say it, it's the ultimate daily driver that you can just turn up on a track and do a few laps and go home again.
Right.
Like literally lap one, never driven the car before, and it's on at the moment just a standard Goodyear Eagle tyre. I'm not sure, literally from the factory.
Right.
First lap, 290 kilometers an hour at Schwedenkreuz. Like,
cool.
You know, like it's nothing. And
Now you and I had a difference of opinions for a long time about the 720S.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was a cool car. You loved it. You said it would be like your ultimate daily driver, play around track toy.
I'd still take that.
You still think that? Okay, that's what I want to know.
just because of the way it looks and the way it, like that car delivers excitement. Like, not, you know, the powered livery. It's, you know, it feels like the old school boosted engines that you used to get back in the day, and it looks like a spaceship. Let's be honest.
That's cool.
It's yeah, for me that's still the ultimate. But I think, you know, if you're having a daily car, that's turbo.
Well, the Porsche is also more obtainable, you know.
Yeah,
it's definitely a cheaper car in terms of initial price,
and it's not obnoxious either. You know, you can go to the supermarket or whatever,
you don't
not be hated on. So
totally get that.
Yeah.
Now maybe later, even if not today, tomorrow, next weekend or something, we'll take the turbo out.
Yeah.
I would love to experience that myself. I've always seen Tio driving his 991 turbo in the rain. He ran it a lot in the rain.
I'm really excited
and
to
it was
drive it in the rain.
It was fast.
The power delivery feels almost exactly the same as the GT2.
Cool.
But of course now you have four-wheel drive. So.
I have to say this, at a certain point, the Porsches are a very similar platform.
Oh yeah.
We know that the GT3, the GT3 991 Mark II has the same suspension, the same control arms. It's the same damn car as a GT2.
Yeah.
You know, you just have a different motor. Then the turbo, they all share so much that it wouldn't be hard to make them the same car, you know, in the sense of setup and everything like that. So, but guys, we're back here at Apex. Thank you again for joining us along. Oh, speaking of which, right? I guess it's ready for us right now. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for a lap. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you guys later.